Okay, hello. We're DCOverwatch. I'm Daniel,
And I'm Caroline.
and I can't move around my head very much because if not, I make a lot of noise. Oh, see, now it stopped. Okay. Anyways, today we're doing something different. We're doing it live on YouTube, so you guys can watch with us as we do this podcast and mess up terribly multiple times and have to just keep going with it. As you can tell, at least one of us is dressed well in her Overwatch outfit. And I tried to go for fastball zenyatta, and I got some of the parts of it. I did do the makeup before another day, but it's a lot of makeup, so we're going to just do this, and these balls are going to just be swinging around my face the entire time. Anyways, in today's podcast, we're going to talk about 4v4, competitive 4v4, and we're going to talk about updates and why they're I think they're pretty important. I'm excited. And then we have a game which I'm calling the New Hero game, and we'll get to that later. Man, I can't make any quick movements or they go flying. The worst is going up and down stairs. I don't know if you ever seen me go up and down the stairs.
Now you know how a girl feels like.
Yeah, it's basically just...
You just need a bra for your...
a bra for my balls. That sounds...
That's why I didn't say it. I didn't keep saying.
Anyways, so let's get to 4v4 competitive.
Okay.
How you feeling about it?
I love 4v4 competitive. Finally. I've been wanting this for a really long time. 4v4 is my favorite arcade mode. I played a lot of it since it came out, and I've been on a losing streak. I was winning a lot in the beginning.
You almost made it to Master. You were like 40 points under Master or something like that.
I know. It was so sad. And I ranked down. I placed Diamond, and I ranked up a lot. And then I was just on this crazy losing streak and actually made it to Platinum. I'm at Platinum right now. I know. It's so sad, but I'll be working on that. Anyways, 4v4, great mode. I've been trying to get him to play.
I don't like it. I don't like 4v4. I don't think that Overwatch is meant for deathmatch. Like, okay, especially like individual deathmatch, or free-for-all. Definitely not made for that. It's fun, but it's not made for that. Competitive 4v4, I don't know. It just doesn't interest me.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun because you can kind of go solo or you can go as a team. It's a lot of fun.
And see, I play so much support and tank that if I'm not with my team, right? But if I'm not with my team, or if my team's not with me, then I'm blown. So that's my only like gripe about it. And so when I do play it, I'm normally just either Lucio that can get to other teammates really quickly, or Junkrat or May who can just have a lot of fun.
People have been playing Winston, and if you're a good Winston, I think you'll do good. But man, he counters Widow, and it's just so frustrating. So if you can play Winston, you can welcome to my team.
I guess I could practice more Winston, but I used to be okay with him, but it's been a while. But okay, what are some changes or some things that you'd want to see? Because
something that I did complain about is I like competitive because I can get the competitive points, but you don't get many competitive points. Same with other arcade
competitive modes,
like Lucio Ball. Yeah, you get like, if you win, you get 3 or 4 competitive points. I'm working hard for that Moira Golden Gun, and it's just very difficult.
Yeah, it's pretty disappointing how few points that they would give out. Like, I can understand them giving less than
I understand
normal.
less, especially because it's such a short game mode. It's max 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's half of, but they're just really stingy with competitive points. I feel
I just want more golden guns. Like, I like playing, and I like playing competitive sometimes, but at this point I like it more than quick play or more than any other mode. So anyways, competitive just in general, because I know that it's much more reliable that the team will actually do what the team's supposed to do. A lot more reliable than quick play or arcade. And I mean, that's fine. It's whatever. That's a part of life. I'm going to be adjusting and like stopping these from moving because they just move so much.
It's okay.
Well, it's not about moving it for the camera. It's for me because like it's attached to my head, and so my head just starts moving, and then they move more, and it's a vicious ball cycle. Anyways, I think. Do you think that 4v4 should move into its own? Like, should Overwatch have quick play, arcade, competitive? You press competitive, and then it comes up with
Right. I think competitive. It should have that.
So like
I don't like that it's on a rotation sometimes.
Right.
Did that with 6v6 elimination. Yeah. I would like to have it in its own slot, a competitive slot.
Yeah, I think that would be good. I think that it
or even just competitive rotation, like have obviously the normal competitive, but have another one that's on rotation so that they don't spread their people too thin.
Yeah, that makes sense. What game modes are there that's competitive? They had Lucio Ball and Deathmatch.
They have 3v3.
Oh, eliminations.
Right. And 6v6 eliminations, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be really interesting.
And Deathmatch. I forgot about that.
Okay, yeah. So there's enough.
Yeah,
that's 4 game modes, and if they just went on a weekly basis, for example, just every week they could change.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool. I think that would extend the variety a lot, and it would allow people to get competitive points in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, come on, Blizzard, give at least some more competitive points, at least 5.
I'm working so hard. Yeah.
But oh well. Okay, so that's 4v4. Anything that you want other than the points? Anything that you would rather want improved or changed? More maps, less maps?
No, there are a lot of maps. I think there are a good amount of maps. It's the same as 4v4, but it's competitive. Oh, they show the leaderboard, which is nice. You get to compare yourself against your friends and compare yourself with your friends. Yeah,
that's cool. That's a lot of fun. That's nice.
Yeah,
because leaderboards are I feel like a big incentive. Whenever I see them, like, ooh, no, I can definitely place, above this person or below, or, like, I'll get there someday or something like that.
Goal.
Yeah. And so.
Yeah, I don't have enough friends playing 4v4 competitive yet.
Yeah. Just gotta start adding everybody that you see.
No. I mean, like, for my actual friends, like, who are on Overwatch, haven't played 4v4 competitive yet.
Yeah.
Like you.
I just don't want
play competitive.
I'll probably get around to it maybe someday, eventually. All right. So that's that. Next, let's talk a little bit about PTR changes, how that's going. And so I have the notes up here on me. The biggest one, definitely, I would say is the biggest one is Mercy's. She's gonna get her ultimate 15% faster. That's a significant.
Well, it's supposed to be in because they nerfed her healing.
Yeah,
so she heals less.
Right.
So she's getting her ultimate way slower.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
I thought
so
that it was
supposed to kind of balance.
Okay.
The nerf.
That makes sense. So that she'll get her ultimate, and then her healing per second in Valkyrie going from 50 to 60. I think that's going to make I think it'll make a little bit of a difference, but I don't think anyone's going to notice it. Like, I think in stats overall, like, okay, Mercy's doing better. We can pick her and she's more viable. But I don't think anyone's going to notice, like, while they're playing. Like, oh, look, I'm feeling it differently. But people felt the nerf on her for healing. So
yeah. She's a pretty lame healer.
Yeah, do you think that this will eventually bring her back into the ring at all, or
I see her played a lot in 4v4 competitive.
That's true, but that is the res is really good, and then also the fact that she only has to take care of 3 other people.
That's true.
That makes it a lot more different, and so okay, so positive change. Do you think that they should just address the nerf in general and de-nerf her, buff her a little bit more, just her general healing?
No. I just really like how the other healers are being played more. Mercy was the healer that everyone had to have a Mercy in their team. And I think now she's more like, if you're skilled as a Mercy, you can excel with her. And I feel like she's more of like a secondary healer now. Yeah.
And I think also it just, for her, she's almost more dependent on team comp because like a Zen or a Lucio or a Moira, they can run around and do their thing, or an Anna, they can kind of do their thing with almost any group. But if it's a big like death ball group, she's not useless, but
Right, she's definitely good for those who spread the team comps that are more spread out.
Yeah,
because then she can grab, she can heal the Pharah, or she can go back and heal the snipers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I appreciate a good Mercy.
Yeah. But okay. I think that, what would you think about if they just altered one of her abilities? For example, like her Valkyrie heals multiple targets, just everybody. What if her primary were to heal your primary person that you're healing, and then it would heal one other person like only a little bit, or some, so that it would have a little bit more viability in those kinds of like.
Mm-hmm. The death balls. I don't think we need to encourage death ball.
I guess that's
we're trying
true.
to break up death ball.
That's a good point. Yeah. Okay.
No, she's fine. She's in a good place, I think.
Yeah, and not everybody
nerfed her, but
yeah, and I guess you don't want. It's fun to have seasons where there are more characters that stand out a little bit more, and it's fun to have interesting metas in each season. Okay. Do we want to talk about Reaper? He's getting a little bit more life per shot. He's going from 20 to 30% life steal. It's good.
It's good.
His shots are just going to be a little bit more reliable, so the spread randomization reduced by 50%, which I think just means that each shot will just be a lot more clear where his shot, not clear, but more consistent. I think that's good. Basically, same thing for Roadhog. For most of his things, and that's about it. Okay, so the only other one that's kind of worth talking about is Symmetra's. Symmetra's pretty not deadly right now, but she's really useful. Her beam is going to charge up faster by 20%. So she will be doing max damage a lot quicker. Do you think that will be good, bad? Do you think that's necessary?
I think it kind of is necessary, especially since when you start a fight, you're at a huge disadvantage.
That's
unless you can like charge your thing in front of a shield or something. When you start a fight to 1v1 someone,
right,
you're pretty much dead unless you have your turrets all in hand and then just surround them with turrets. I think it's a little difficult to engage.
That's a really good point. She between her first and her second, both of them, you have to wait a good amount of time to do any real damage. And then it's also in a 1v1, it's hard for her to. I mean, it was nice with the old sticky beam that would just you could tether onto somebody and just hold on. I mean, I'm glad that they changed it because this is a lot more reasonable. But now it's really difficult. Maybe they should, I don't know, want to change. Maybe the beam is just like a little wobbly or sticks just a little bit. I don't know. But either way, I think that this will be good also. I think it'll be necessary to help her engage, as you say, and not be totally wrecked 1v1. But yeah, it's life. Well, do you want to talk about anything else happening in Overwatch right now? How are you feeling about no map announcement for BlizzCon?
That's fine.
Yeah.
There's so many other things.
Yeah, okay. I just didn't know if that, some people were freaking out about it.
About not having a map?
Yeah.
I mean, if they come out with, they're going to have a short for McCree probably.
Yeah.
Hero 29, which is already a lot. A new hero, I'm always excited for a new hero.
That's true. That's a big enough change that don't need too much more.
Introducing, I haven't tried it on the PTR because we're on PlayStation, but I haven't tried it on your computer. The being able to see games through different cameras.
I don't think that's up yet.
Oh, it's not yet. Okay.
No, that's not up yet.
Oh no, that's for
BlizzCon. I think they're gonna have it they're gonna start it on BlizzCon and then keep it going. But
they announced that that's really cool.
That is really cool.
I think that's a huge thing. Also, we saw that in a little bit of it in Fortnite.
Yeah, the Fortnite.
I didn't know they had that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but it's super cool. The only problem is that I don't know. I feel like people who are haters, who like send you hateful messages, are then gonna be playing back your video and be like, "Look, you didn't heal me right here," or you're not doing your job right here. I feel like you can. Which at the same time, it's kind of good because if they are hating, I could be like, "Hey, why don't you just look at the playback? I was doing something."
Right, that's a good point.
Especially as healer, I feel like if we're dying and it's like, you're not defending me, or the tank is running away.
Right.
I feel like, I don't know.
That's a good point. That
good, both good and bad.
Yeah, I think it'll be more beneficial and it'll be a lot more fun. I'm still more on the side of like machinima, of people being able to use that to film things a lot better in game.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I think it'd be pretty cool. I don't know if
explain yourself a little more.
Explain myself a little bit more. Yes. Yeah. So back in the day in Halo 1 and 2 and 3, people were using that medium to make movies out of it or shows, and they would create characters and an entire movie inside of the game and be able to film it through that. And so that area has died down a little bit. Like there was this big old kind of surge of it in a lot of different games, and a lot of other companies are doing it. But basically now really only Rooster Teeth does it. I mean, they're fine. They're great at what they do. But now Overwatch has such a massive community. And I'm surprised that I haven't seen anything. Maybe I haven't checked. But Fortnite has this ability, and they have it. It's pretty good. And between Playground and other things, you could set up a pretty good movie where you can make sets in Fortnite. You could build things and have things happen, and you can make an action film inside of Fortnite. I'm not saying that I want to see that, but it could happen.
Right. All I can think of is like a bunch of people making some nasty things with the Overwatch characters, because
right. Yeah,
there's
that's
already
probably
some funny things in like 18 plus things in, what is it called, the browser, the game browsers.
Oh yeah, the game browser, where people are just already
like 18 plus, girls only,
right, all that weird stuff in the browser just to get people in there.
Right, and like, anyways, you can already imagine.
Make some weird videos.
Yeah.
That's true. That would be kind of weird. Didn't think about that. Well, we'll see what happens.
We can start that. We can make our own show.
Make our own shows out of it. We could just do the podcast. We record the entire podcast.
But we choose a character.
And we choose a character. And then we just
move them around.
Exactly, yeah.
That would be good.
Yeah. One advantage that Halo had, for example, is that they were all wearing helmets and their characters all just bob their heads up and down while talking. But Overwatch has you see everybody's face except for like 3 people. Or I guess people have masks. A lot of people have masks.
You just do voice lines so they open their mouths.
Oh, I didn't think of that. That'd be really difficult to record and do, but it's definitely doable with enough effort. Or just, editing. People are good at editing. So anyways, I think that'll be fun.
Annoying orange it.
Oh yeah, well, I would hate to see those movies. I guess they'd be like you get some pretty funny memes and things out of it. No, probably.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that'll be fun. Hopefully the internet will take charge and do some ridiculous stuff with it. I'd hope so. All right. Well, I think it's time for our new game. So let me show you what we got here. So with Hero 29 coming out, we are after. Oh, they're not in frame. Well, too late. So we have these little cups, and each cup the first cup here has a style, and so that's gonna be like a type of character, like a giant gorilla, or I didn't put that in there,
right.
But a Winston, whatever. So there's a bunch of styles. Then we have a mech. There we go. Then we have our primary fire, how people normally shoot. Then we have an ability cup, and depending on the primary fire, we'll either pull 2 or 3 abilities out of here. And lastly, an ultimate cup.
I know what we forgot. Can I grab it?
Oh, yeah, grab it. Okay. This is a part of being live and recording things.
That's okay. Just keep explaining.
Anyways, so what's going to happen is, I explained most of it. But, so what we'll do now is we're going to just pick one out of each, and we're going to just make characters for fun and see what we get. See what kind of weird concoctions we can make, because at this point, Blizzard can kind of make characters out of anything. I mean, when I saw Hammond literally roll on the screen and a hamster pop out, I was just blown away. I was like, what is Blizzard doing? But they did it. The Overwatch team did it. And so now we're also, just for fun, we're going to, not only we're going to pull these names out of hats, but then we'll do 60 seconds and we will draw these characters as best as we possibly can. So
we'll see how that happens. Wait, I want the big one.
Okay. Yeah.
You're really good at drawing and I'm not.
Yeah. I'm a little better.
Also, you're creative. I have no imagination.
Well, this will be fun. Well, luckily, a lot of the imagination will be given to you by these things. Hopefully. So we're going to see how this goes. So let's first pick a style of character for our first one.
Let's see them. First style is fortune teller.
A fortune teller. Okay.
So you're very creative.
Oh. Anyways, I put this together while working, so it was fun. All right, so a fortune teller. Okay. And then we'll pick, I'll pick a primary. Primary will be, all right, so it'll be a 3 burst rifle.
Uh-huh.
But that's while in scope. So let's imagine Widowmaker in scope. And then out of scope, a very slow, like McCree, or not McCree, a very slow 76 auto rifle. We're going to go. All right. So does that make sense?
That's cool. Yeah. Like your Graviton Lance in.
Yeah, a little bit like that. There's actually a gun that I almost pretty much ripped it out. There's a bunch of Destiny references in here because I play a lot of Destiny, but we can use the creative sides. So kind of a gun that has a scope and does that. All right, so that's one primary. Then we have, that's an ultimate. So let's go for abilities first. So because the pulse rifle has 2 parts, we're only going to make 2 abilities.
Quick anti-grav boots.
Okay, so
for friendlies. For friends.
Yeah, so those are just a little, like you drop a little anti-grav boots, and so a friend can pick them up and then jump around a little bit, get to higher places and stuff.
That's so cool.
So if you want your Zenyatta to be perched up with your Widowmaker, you just throw them both up there.
Yeah, or like help Anna escape.
Yeah, that's a good point. And for ultimates, I'll pull the ultimate. I don't know what's gonna happen here. Okay, so this is the cooldown cut, which is which would be an ultimate which cuts down the cooldowns of all teammates like by a lot. Or I was thinking just refresh everybody's abilities.
Ooh, that'll be nice. Yeah.
So
yeah, I think refresh abilities.
Yeah, in other words, just refresh it so that you could have like a big team fight. You tell all your teammates, okay, everybody use your abilities, refresh them, and then everybody gets them again.
Can you imagine the stun?
The stun
like
meta.
A McCree, a Brigida.
That'd be terrible.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we'll go over it again. So we got a fortune teller with a 3 burst pulse rifle and can throw some boots. And what was the last thing? Oh, and the ultimate, the cooldown ability. So we'll just put 60 seconds here because it's not as much fun for you guys to just watch us draw. So we're going to keep it short. 60 seconds too long.
Maybe we should have draw it
while we were doing it.
Yeah.
You know what we could do is one of us could be pulling and talking while the other person draws and just take turns drawing. No, we both want to draw the same thing. Yeah, okay, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm only going to put 30 seconds on the clock for us. Okay. All right, go.
Oh my gosh, I don't know how to draw.
I don't know how long 30 seconds is. So I don't know if I'm already out of time.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
No.
That's not going to work. Okay, give us 2 more seconds and we'll finish this. Okay, I'm done. Too many details. Just kidding.
This isn't enough details.
Oh, I totally forgot that the character's supposed to be a fortune teller.
That's the whole point.
I went for all the abilities and I didn't do any of the things. Oh boy. This is not going to go well. I'm going to tell you that for sure.
Okay.
Well, see, yeah, yours actually has a character. See, mine's just like a soldier person.
Wow, that doesn't look like a fortune teller.
I
I
know.
win.
All right, so she wins this round. All right. Okay.
I think we should just draw while explaining the abilities.
Okay, that works.
Because we know, like, the style is what kind of shapes our character. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, then we vote on the best one.
Okay.
On the best, like, Hero 29.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, so the next style is going to be, oh, yeah.
I don't know why my green isn't erasing.
Is it a? It is a real. It is. I was just like hoping it wasn't like a permanent marker or something. Okay, so the next style is gonna be a old lady in an exoskeleton suit. So my imagination was just like a really old, frail lady that accidentally fell into it. Like I'm talking like up, old, frail, kind of like that.
80 years old,
80,
90s.
90, super old lady that like fell into this exoskeleton suit by accident, and now it's like taking her everywhere doing these battles, and she just tries to fight and tries to do her best, but the exoskeleton doesn't work for her. So she just got good voice lines.
Okay.
Okay, so that is our
primary is ricochet gun.
Yeah, okay.
What does that mean?
Oh, ricochet means like bouncing off walls. So I was thinking a gun.
Oh, kind of similar to Moira's balls, but like little ones, like.
I was just thinking, yeah, just shots that could just bounce off of walls.
Like balls, like bullets, or lasers.
We can make it up.
I like bullets, like little
yeah, it'd be like little bullets, like yeah.
Kind of like this, a little smaller than like pellets.
Yeah.
Like a little smaller than Jugrats.
Yeah, I could see that. Okay, so like actual. So you're not thinking like bullets. You're thinking like just actual like balls that shoot out.
Yeah, like paintballs. Like paintballs, like that size.
Yeah. Okay, that's pretty cool. I like that. Okay. So we got. Oh, we'll do the first ability.
The ability.
Yeah. Okay. So. Oh, perfect. Okay, so the faster respawn dance. So this is so a character, so our old lady, we're gonna call her Nana. She's gonna be able to respawn other heroes faster by dancing by their dead bodies. And it would be kind of like this passive thing where she just goes over, presses, you press the whatever button it is, and the character would just sit there and dance around a dead friend, and then their respawn timer would, go by a lot quicker. So that would be funny.
I like it because she'll dance.
Yeah, have an old lady in a robot suit dance. Okay. Second ability, because second ability would be poison darts. Nasty grandma. Ooh, can the poison darts just be
farts? Oh.
I didn't think of like grandma farts that stink up the air. Like
green grandma
little poison clouds that you can leave behind.
Yeah.
I was thinking of having them be like really gross grandma candy. Like, the little strawberry candy.
Well, those are not gross.
Well, I mean, I like them, but they kind of look gross. But okay, I do like. Well, let's change poison darts to poison farts.
Poison farts.
Yeah. So I like that.
Like
okay.
She farts and like.
Yeah. And
wherever she like leaves a trail, and an ultimate.
Yeah, it's there.
It's stuck. Okay. Team projection. What does that mean?
Oh, that's gonna be hard to draw. There's no way to draw that really.
You don't have to. We didn't draw the other abilities.
I drew all the other abilities.
Oh. Well.
Anyway, so the team projection is it works with her exoskeleton suit. Is for a very limited time, your entire team would have just a fault, like would have a projection, like a ghost image would. So imagine if the entire team was just everybody was multiplied by 2, and it'd be an AI controlled version of you, like running around.
Everybody in the team?
Right, but they wouldn't do anything. They'd be totally like they would be
but that's,
distraction
like,
only. They'd be like they couldn't.
I know, but that's a lot for everybody in the team.
Right. Well, they would all, like I said, they would be
like everyone that's in her.
Yeah,
area.
all of our allies or all of the
but like everyone in her area.
Yeah, that works. Yeah, so like you could be running in for a team fight, you hurry, you activate it, and then send some people in with the fakes and some people aren't fake or whatever. Anyways, and so I think that'd be pretty fun. It'd be a good way to throw people off.
Yeah. Like that one character from Battleborn, rest in peace. The fangirl. What? No, was it the fangirl?
Yeah, it was the fangirl from Battleborn.
No, it was a different girl.
No, it was the fangirl.
Yeah, she would have. It was so OP because she would fight. The copy would fight and have a health bar, and then she would die. And it's like, that wasn't the character. Well, meanwhile, the other character is still fighting.
Yeah, no, it would be unfair if they were all actually fighting and doing things. So, all right, well, I'm done. I got everything. Oh, except for the. Okay. I'm ready. Are you ready? Are you using colors? It's unfair. She's using colors. I'm only using blue.
Okay. Yeah, here you go.
All right, ready? So
I'm really proud of mine.
Here's my grandma. She's in a wheelchair.
Oh, that's
hard
cute.
to see.
Oh,
and there's her little shots here.
That's cute.
Her
That's
shots.
Good.
And these little things on top are the little projectors, like projections.
Like
for the
reflectors.
ultimate, like reflectors. Yeah. And then there's a little flower on the front of her exoskeleton, like like grandma's have.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this one's mine.
Wait.
It's like this sweet little old lady.
Oh, I did. She's dancing.
Yeah, she's dancing.
And farting.
She has rollers on her hair.
I love it.
This is her gun. Her gun is coming out of her walker.
Out of her walker. I love that.
And then she's farting and leaving poison gas. Yeah.
That's way better. That's hilarious.
Look at the detail on that saggy boob.
Wait, do you know what an exoskeleton is?
Yeah, I know what an exoskeleton is. This is it's very minimal.
I get it, very minimal. Yeah.
It's very minimal. Cool. It's just supporting her bones and.
That's a good point. Yeah, it's just attached to her. Yeah,
and making her stronger, and so you could see the grandma more.
Yeah. Yours totally wins. That's amazing.
I like yours in the wheelchair. I think it's creative, and
I do like
see her rolling. But then how can she dance? I guess so.
She's just like this. It'd be cute. She was just slowly spinning while doing this.
That is cute.
But I like the gun coming out of the walker. That's really funny.
Oh, I'm gonna take a picture of this one because she's got my vote on Hero 29.
Hero 29.
This isn't Hero 29. I'm done with Overwatch.
It's true. This is the best Hero 29 ever. Okay, very good. That was hilarious. Okay, I'll draw first this time for style. Okay, so you got style. A construction worker.
Okay.
All right, so average Joe.
Be a builder.
Oh, yeah, he should be a builder. Well, we'll see what abilities he gets.
Okay.
Primary, yeah. I'm going to use black.
A flamethrower.
And a construction worker?
Yeah, the...
Oh, okay, yeah. I got it. That makes sense. A little Torby-ish. All right.
Damage over time flamethrower.
For sure, because damage over time for the win. Oh, and he's a healer too. First ability is healing drops. So imagine basically a bunch of like little Torbjorn, whatever they're called.
Armor packs.
The old Torbjorn armor packs. And so he'd run around and he'd just be able to throw little orbs on the ground for healing, and they would slowly recharge over time like Symmetra's turrets.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Does he need a second ability?
Yes, he does.
Does he need a third ability? I think so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, Sonic Scream Cone.
Oh, yeah.
Hurts both, stops all sound, and disrupts their controls.
Yeah. So this was gonna be.
Oh, I think should just yeah.
What's up?
No.
Okay.
Right.
Anyways, so that would be. It's supposed to be like a little like either a cone attack or an area effect attack where the person like screams or yells or makes a really loud noise, and then it wouldn't stop abilities, but it would does it say it stops abilities? No, it just hurt. Oh, it hurts both your allies and enemies because we don't have any of that in Overwatch. I think it's time to bring something like that in that hurts both sides. And then, like I said, mess up controls. Like it would either change your
abilities around.
No, yeah, maybe like change the buttons around for you for a couple of seconds, or make it so that you can't turn as fast or you turn super fast. Just like some random things would happen to your controls, so you would be.
That's OP.
No,
I like the blocking out sound because I depend on sounds. So like sound cues like Diva Bomb.
Yeah.
Nerf this. And so I think coordinating with that or Hanzo's.
That's a good point.
Or any ultimate really. Like you just block out the sound for a little bit and then throw your Diva Bomb or throw an ultimate and they can't hear it. They don't know where it's coming from.
That's true. That would be I forgot that I put in the sound, that messing up the sound. I like the idea of messing up the controls for a little while. Like, it would only be for like a second or two.
Yeah.
Like, not very long. All right, so now we got to draw this guy.
Wait, we didn't even take an ultimate.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. It's basically his ultimate.
That is an ultimate. That's because it's OP.
You got to have OP characters.
Slow enemies.
Okay.
Slow down enemies.
Okay. Well, that's good. We can just make this.
I should have been drawing this while.
So, okay. So
where's my orange?
So slowing enemies, it was just it was kind of like a May freeze, but it would just slow. He'd like hit them with something, and then they would be slowed down for a little while. So if he's a construction worker, I don't know, throw a bunch of nails down. And if they walk over it, they're slowed for like 3 seconds, something like that. I don't know. All right.
It's not at all a construction worker.
That's not my fault. I think this black's dead.
Oh, why you wasted my black?
I didn't waste your black. I didn't even use it yet. All right. Well, let's go with purple construction worker. No, orange, because that's what construction workers are. Okay. Construction worker with a flamethrower. And construction workers are. Okay. Construction worker with a flamethrower. And
for some reason I was drawing a fireman. Instead of putting out fires, he makes the fires.
Makes the fires. Literal fireman.
Oh, I don't have a red.
Okay, I got this. Okay, flamethrower, and then
what is it? Flamethrower. Healing drops.
Oh, healing drops too. Oh man, I can just make that be poop coming out of him. No healing poops or something.
I think he has a flamethrower, and he also has, like, a water hose.
Wait, why does he have a water hose?
For the healing drops.
Oh, okay. I like that. Okay, I think this is good. Except for he needs a sonic screaming thing. Okay, I'll make that his mouth. And a slowdown effect? Okay. I don't know where I'm going to draw that. Oh, well. All right. Oh, yours are so much better.
So my slowdown effect is this, like...
Oh, it's like maybe he's really stinky. And it slows down people. No,
it's kind of like a magnet, like kind of like an aura of. That's the noise it's gonna make. That's the ultimate, right? It'll make a. When you get to see like.
Are they getting that?
ASMR.
Mine's just lame.
He's just cute. It looks like the Lego. Does he have a belly?
Yeah, he's fat.
Stereotypes.
Yeah, I'm gonna stereotype these guys.
Yeah, mine has a hose for healing drops and his flamethrower, and he has this like.
Yeah, well, I drew the mask on just initially for him to keep it on the whole time.
Yeah.
Yours are so good. You thought you were gonna be less creative. Oh, you're better at this.
It's because I use color.
Nah, your drawing's better. Okay, so super OP. Grandma is still way better.
I think Grandma has more personality.
She does. Because Grandma. Oh, here's Styles.
Okay.
Styling.
Style is punk rock drummer.
Punk rock drummer. Okay, good.
Primary. 1,000 voices gun.
All right, another pull from Destiny. How am I going to incorporate this into a drummer?
What's 1,000 voices gun?
That's okay. So what happens in this gun is that it shoots out basically like a line or a stream of like, I don't know, fire or like little grenades that stick to things, and then then explodes afterwards. So it does a little bit of initial damage, like very little initial damage, and then a lot of after damage. So it's like.
Right. It's like a tape. It's like a tape.
Yeah, like an explosive tape or it's burning tape.
Yeah, explosive tape.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so it's good to like defend areas or wrap it around the choke or like, I'm thinking of the bridge on Ackenwald.
Oh yeah. Yeah, just like
right
wrap around it.
Choke,
yeah.
Like just put it like on top so that if people like cross it, it just.
Yeah.
Yeah, the reload on this one is you can reload. No, I think it like you could only use a certain amount. Like you have a certain
length that you can use
of tape, and so once you use up that length, you keep shooting, and it just kind of erases.
Yeah, and then if like you were to like, for example, if you were to use all of it up and then it explodes, it needs a little bit of time to like your reload isn't anything but recharge. It's consistently recharging.
Kind of like the healing or the Bastion's healing, like it's on a meter.
Oh yeah.
That kind of
that's really good. Yeah, that's a good point.
Pharaoh's flying and Diva's defense matrix.
I'm just trying to think how I could relate that to a punk rocker other than just making it a gun. I want to make it like a drum, or I want to make it like
rock drummer.
I want to make it somehow related to music, something.
Well, I already know what I'm gonna do.
No way.
I guess it's a drummer. Oh, like a guitar. Okay.
Okay, so ability 1. Okay. Oh, this is great. Okay, so radioactive burst, and so he can just create a small little bomb where he stands, or just like he like kind of like gets angry and then just like explodes with energy. And so, I really want his drumsticks to be his weapons somehow.
So what? Sorry, I was too busy
drawing. Okay, so he like runs around and he's like charges up and just like holds it in and then like explodes.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. I got it. I've got this. Okay. Second ability will be. Okay. This will be weird. All right. So you give a teammate a little turret that flies around with them. So remember how Symmetra used to be able to like snap her fingers and give a friendly person a healing, or give a person a shield. She like look at them and snap and give them, or basically just a Zenyatta orb, except for it's a little turret that sits there and shoots. I was thinking that they would be pretty easy to kill, and you could only have like 1 or 2 out at a time, so to make it reasonable. Give me like 3 seconds to draw because I gotta figure this out. Okay, you pull the next ability.
The ultimate or the ability?
Ability.
Okay. Duplicate summon.
Oh, okay, so the other ability is kind of like it's like that projection idea, but it just duplicates himself, and it has very little health and does like less damage. But it's just another like clone of him running around, doing damage and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, you could call that double bass pedal. So the anyways, that's what the ability would be called. Let's see. Okay, so then ultimate would be. There's the ultimate. Oh, this turned out to be one of the long ones. Oh, wait. I'm gonna put this back because it's a different instrument. By the way, we had help from this guy. I will link his name in the bottom. But shout out to this guy I met on Facebook. Super awesome guy. He came up with all these ideas for, and so we took some of those ideas, broke them up, and put them into here also. So thanks to that guy.
How dare you not even remember his name?
It's been a while. I'm sorry, buddy. Okay. Okay, here we go. So here's his ultimate. Yeah, this is awesome. This would be perfect. Like it fits his style. All allied heroes can't go under 1 health for a limited time. So everybody like isn't invulnerable or like they can't die, but they lose all their health. And it lasts for like a couple of seconds. So you could go in with your team, do that, and make a really risky move, and hopefully get the fight out of it. Okay, so let me draw this. I like this guy.
So recap: punk rock drummer.
So, punk rock drummer with the 1,000 Voices gun, and then he can make a duplicate of himself.
Mm-hmm.
And then
all
allies under 1 health or can't go under 1 health. This is ultimate. And then what's the last ability? The radioactive burst. Okay. Oh, I've got this. What if to make his friends all his ultimate is he just does it. He sits and he does his drum solo. He's immortal in like this little ball, and he does a drum solo, and whoever's around him to hear it, like in this really big circumference, his allies wouldn't be able to go under 1 health.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yours first or my first? Mine first.
You can go first.
Okay. So here he is.
Oh, that's good.
And so I figured for his gun.
Wait, did you copy me? There's no way you copied me with the.
Well, no, but punk rockers have torn jeans, so that's okay.
Oh, okay, mine's pockets.
Oh, pockets. Oh, mine are torn jeans.
So specific. Like.
Okay. Are those penises? Oh, those are musical notes. Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways.
Flag our podcast.
My bad. Okay. So anyways, here's my guy. Here's his drumsticks for his solo ultimate. There's his radioactive burst of just music. Like he just plays music really loud on himself for the burst. And then instead of it being a gun, sometimes drummers like use tape on their arms or fingers and hands. And so he just like shoots out tape that sticks to the walls.
That's good.
And yeah, that's my guy.
Mine just shoots out the tape of his drumsticks like a wizard.
I like it.
Okay, so that's his gun. I like how we have similar hair. Oh, each ability is gonna have a sound, obviously.
Yeah.
So his like burst damage is a bass. It's like boom. Like the bass. I can't do a bass sound. His duplicate self is gonna be a symbol like.
Oh, nice.
And then his turret is one of those symbols, a top hat. the top hat
Oh, little
symbols.
top hat
He
goes.
throws top hat symbols on people's shoulder, and then they shoot.
Little symbols at people. Oh
Little,
my
like,
goodness! I totally forgot about the turret.
Yeah.
That is
And
amazing.
then he constantly has like drums around him.
Again, Caroline wins this.
No, I think you win that one. Yours is really cool looking.
I think that like there's some
tape.
things that could go onto yours, but in general, yours.
Yeah, and the duplicate.
And you even had time to do a duplicate. I didn't have time for a duplicate. I got one measly person.
Because you explain things while I kind of draw. Pay attention.
Yes. All right.
Cute. I like this.
This is pretty fun. All right. So I think we got time for one more, and then we'll call it.
Oh yeah.
So we'll have our. So there's our drummer. Overwatch. King Jeff. If you don't pick one of these heroes to be the next hero, 29 or 30, we're done. We're making Overwatch 2, and we're making it ourselves, and it'll be just these characters.
So bouncing balls. Style.
Just moving it around.
Rocket Cat.
Rocket Cat. Wasn't it called something? Is it called Rocket Cat?
Oh, Rocket Cat.
No, I know that is. But when they thought that Brigida was coming out.
Oh, that cat. Yeah.
Okay, so anyway,
I
so
don't
we
know
have
if
an
it's called
animal.
Rocket Cat.
I don't know.
So Brigida's
Boosting
cat
cat.
specifically.
Yeah, specifically Brigida's cat.
Primary.
And it's going to be a little bit of a flyer. I'm saying Rocket Cat for a reason.
Jetpack.
Gotta bring those. Oh, Jetpack Cat. That's what it was. Okay.
Absorbo gun.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So this gun, what it does is it basically Kirby's thing. No, Kirby isn't the right word. Okay, so what happens is it absorbs damage, like sucks it in like Diva, but then it outputs whatever it pulls in. Now, obviously, there'd be balancing or whatever, it outputs only 50% of what it takes in or only to a certain amount, and it can only do up to 100 damage. But it would be totally dependent on absorbing and then putting out damage.
Right. Would his absorbing block damage for other people, or does it?
Yeah. It would suck up and block damage.
Okay.
Like it would be a
cone.
Yeah, it'd be a really small cone. It'd be like
Gotcha.
It would have to be really right in front of the person and like suck it up.
Okay.
Like a big old vacuum or something.
Like a little similar in between like Diva and Zarya. Like Zarya.
Yeah, so she absorbs
outputs,
damage.
yeah.
Outputs, yeah. So there'd be some combinations.
Okay, I like it.
Okay, so then ability. Armor barrier. Okay. So my idea was I wanted a tank that had a crazy amount of armor. And instead of putting up its shield like Reinhardt does, it puts up an armor barrier, but it uses its own health. It uses its own armor to do that. And so it just transfers its own armor into like this kind of like, I don't know, pyramid armor above him or around the character. And so it would just be like a giant armor wall or pyramid that would be made from its own health and its own armor, which would slowly regenerate from a healer. It'd be really weird and hard to balance and hard to describe, but it's basically just a barrier made out of armor.
Okay.
Maybe I'll just let you draw because I'm not having time to draw. That's okay.
No. Here, you draw while I pick out another ability and try to explain it.
Okay.
You can explain and draw.
Right, but I'm not that good
Orbs of cooldown.
Okay, well it's just the same thing as
like a Zenyatta orb?
No. It'd be like the little healing drops. So it'd like
okay. So similar to the healing drops where you drop it subtracts like half a second of a cooldown or all cooldowns.
Like all cooldowns or maybe just like one or two randomly.
Cool. All right, and then ultimate?
Yeah.
And the ultimate is 1-on-1.
Ooh, okay. So this is something that's pulled from other games.
Paragon? Was it?
Yeah, Paragon has it, and I think other games have it. But it pulls the enemy into like either a different realm or dimension or something like that. And if it's a rocket cat, maybe like boosts them really high in the air, and then they're fighting like in the air while falling. I don't know, something, but it just pits that person versus you for like 10 seconds. And so if there's somebody that's, almost dying in a team fight, like a healer in the back, then you can go over them real quickly, use your ultimate, and just one-on-one that person. And then you both kind of disappear from the fight each other for a little bit, and then a victor would appear, or you both would if neither one die. But it makes it so that
I think for it to be an ultimate, one of them has to die.
I think
or
that
maybe they won't die. Like if it's a tie, the one with the lowest health dies.
Oh, okay, I could see that.
Or they don't die, but either the other person dies or the other person survives. Just so that.
I don't know. I think it'd be pretty useful. Like if you target somebody, especially if she's supposed to be a flyer, or the cat's supposed to be a flyer, it could swoop in there and target a low healer in a team fight, one-on-one them and kill them, and then just really easily, and then get out. Maybe just recharges quickly, like tracers.
Right, the ultimate recharges. Yeah. Okay, so what are the abilities? One-on-one. Ooh, I already know. But it would be very powerful, like if it's like saving the team from an ulting Genji, or
That's true.
Trying to because then they can't ult on the team. It's just you and the Genji. You try to kind of run away with your flying ability.
And then there's the armor barrier and all right. I'm cheating. I'm looking at yours. Yours is amazing.
No, don't look at mine.
I'll look at it for a second.
Did you pull some from mine?
No, I don't think so. No, I'd already finished mine for the most part. All right, and the one-on-one, what do I draw for that? Okay, there we go. All right, I got mine.
Okay. So here's mine. A cat.
It's a magical cat.
Yeah. And it flies and leaves like a little trail of rainbows.
I love it.
And here's its barrier. When it 1v1s, it takes them to like a galaxy because it's, trendy.
Yeah.
It's a trendy cat. And so like a galaxy, and here's my ulting Genji. And then his gun is kind of just this vacuum that comes out of its back and sucks in and will shoot.
I love it. Oh my gosh. That's so good. All right. Well, mine is just generic and simple. I mean, it's just a cat with a jetpack. There's this big old like vacuum guns that he just carries around in front of it. And I've made it like almost like a backpack, like wings, like the barrier to just sit behind him as wings, or this kind of big old like kite tent thing on the back, and that he uses. And that was it.
Hardcore cat.
Yeah. Again, Caroline wins. That was very good.
No, you're just being nice.
Nah. We'll see in those comments though. Definitely a winner. I would say though, honestly, out of all of them, the grandma still wins. The grandma has the best personality.
Yeah.
The punk rocker is.
Yeah, I was gonna say the drummer.
The drummer
the punk rock
close.
drummer is close because he was cool.
Yeah. No, he's very.
Yeah, I think his abilities fit well together.
Yeah, and I mean, how many musicians can we fit into Overwatch? So, the fact that we already have 2. But yeah. Anyways, so that's our. What's that? Oh yeah.
Grandma.
Oh yeah, grandma.
Grandma. Let's just recap her.
Really?
She is.
Yeah, I think it's this one.
Yeah. Oh, it's because it's cute because she dances. It's
all
old
specific.
lady in exoskeleton with poison farts.
She
A
didn't even
ricochet gun.
she didn't even protect herself while she's like dancing around somebody. She can just fart.
Oh yeah, fart around and then like have a cloud and then dance. So when she dances, the people around their cooldowns kind of respawn. No.
Oh, they just respawn
They
faster.
respawn faster.
Yeah,
Oh,
so they
okay.
respawn faster,
I
yeah.
was thinking, their cooldown
Oh,
abilities,
yeah,
but
no.
those are the other ones. Okay,
Yeah.
so you sit next, kind of like Mercy Rez's.
Yeah, but it would just be an odd, like it wouldn't even be ability. It's just something that you can just press and just like it'd be like an attack, but you'd be attacking their corpse with your dancing.
Yeah.
And just bring them to life faster.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. And then team projection.
That's where she makes a copy of everybody. And
that's her ultimate.
Yeah, that's her ultimate.
That's so OP.
It's not that OP, especially if they don't do anything. You just realize which one's the copy, and then shoot at it.
I guess that's true. Yeah, if they don't move, do they move?
The copies?
Yeah.
Yeah, the copies move in at like imagine if they were an AI, like a really, and the AI would move in and do things.
Good. It's good. It confuses.
Yeah, it brings enough confusion. Like you could have your entire team position themselves, use the ultimate. They would go in and be attacked, and then you'd come in afterward. It'd be pretty good. It'd be good on defense also. So, Grandma, we're gonna call her
Grandma. Yeah, what's her name?
Nana Shotgun. I don't know.
Nana.
Put some names, some ideas in the comments below. Let us know what you think would be a great name for this old lady in exoskeleton. But anyways, this is our show for DC Overwatch. Thank you for watching, and thanks for joining us live if you are. But if you're just watching otherwise, we'll see us online.
Her ricochet gun shoots mini pies.
Cute.
Mini pies.
Yeah, I like it.
And then they
squish after like 2 bounces.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty funny. I like that.
They leave little cherry pie marks on the walls.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Very good. All right. So the only other thing is that I have another podcast with my friend Kevin. It's called Duck Duck Nerd, and we just talk about movies and TV. So join us over there, and if not, join us back here for some more DC Overwatch, some DCO.
Adelante.
Yeah. Experience tranquility.
Everything can be hacked, and everyone.
Boop. Boop. All right. Well, thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys later. All right. Bye.
Bye.
I gotta find the end button. See ya.
Grandma. She's so cute. I like how